Hey, what's up, guys? As you can see, the moon shining tonight, full moon. The moon's not broken tonight, as my daughter would say. It's full, it's actually fixed. And so tonight, by popular demand from you guys, we're gonna do a Protect Your Peace gratitude reflection, just to help you sleep maybe a little bit more peacefully, help you let go, help you release, help you bring relief in your life. And so if you can, I'm gonna wait maybe about a minute or two. If you can just turn off all distractions, and if you have a set of headphones, maybe put a set of headphones in. If you can't turn off distractions, and I understand that too. But I just want you just to be present in this moment. Because if we think about it, this moment is a blessing that we often take for granted. We think about it right now, somebody is not experiencing this moment in the world somewhere, but you are. So I just ask that you ground yourself in this moment and you focus on gratitude and appreciation. When we can control our focus, we can influence how we feel about things. And tonight, I want to take you on a journey. We won't be on here too long, hopefully. But I just wanted to tap in with everybody. If you can share this right now, that'd be great. If you're on Instagram watching this, send it to one of your friends. Somebody going through something, struggling with something, or just want to bring some peace into their night. Send it to them. If you're watching this on Facebook, press that share button. Just tell somebody to tune in, because you never know who needs it. And in this moment, man, I just want you to make a commitment to not go to sleep with the BS in your life, to let it go. Don't take the BS with you to sleep, because the goal isn't just to sleep. The goal is to rest peacefully. The goal is to calm the mind. And I just pray right now, before we get started, God, just open the hearts and minds of those that need tonight's message. I pray I decrease and you increase. I pray that you flood the hearts, the lives, the minds, the souls with the peace that they need. I pray that you give them the calm that their life needs right now. I pray that you give them a little bit of understanding, even if it's the size of a mustard seed. We know a mustard seed can move mountains, and I just pray that you speak to the hearts of those out there tonight, because there are a lot of people that are dealing with struggles, silent battles, a lot of people dealing with things, a lot of people that will deal with things. But I just hope that you open up their perspective in their heart to let them know that life can be beautiful. Life is beautiful. And even when we don't understand the path, we still must trust the plan, even when we don't understand the plan. Amen. Right now, I just want you to take full breaths in, because you're full of life. I'm not going to put you on a count or anything like that. I'll let you go at your own pace. But just inhale fully and exhale fully, because you're full of life. And I want you to feel that breath, because that breath is a sign that you have life. That heartbeat, that pulse is a sign that you have life. It's our greatest blessing that we often take for granted every single day. So I just hope that you give thanks for your heart, thanks for your breath, and just thanks for your life. Full breaths in and full breaths out. And I don't know what you came to this live with. I don't know why you press play, why you press live, why you tuned in. But just know that you will receive what you need, even if you don't feel it. Because when we live in gratitude, active gratitude and active appreciation, it's fuel to our soul. Tomorrow's my birthday, guys, and I'm going to do something special tomorrow for you guys. And it's a tough birthday. It's my first birthday without my mom here physically. And as I was thinking about it and seeing this full moon tonight, I titled tomorrow's message, The Funeral. And I want you guys to tune in tomorrow night. But I just want to kind of start tonight's gratitude in that same headspace. There are things in your life right now that you're holding on to that you need to let go of. A lot of us on this live, we're giving CPR to situations in our life that need to stay dead. We're trying to revive things that aren't keeping us alive. And so I just want you to give yourself permission to let go. Whether that's a person, whether that's a place, whether that's an internal battle that you're facing, I just want you to give yourself permission to let go. There are some things that need to die in your life. Because there's some things in your life right now that are keeping you from feeling alive, keeping you from feeling the beauty of life. Because you're keeping certain things in your life that needs to be dead. And so maybe it's one-sided relationships for you. Maybe you're keeping one-sided relationships where there's no reciprocation. There's a lot of receiving, but there's no giving. There's a lot of expectations, but there's no appreciation. And it's draining your life. And because of your good, caring heart, you're trying to keep that situation alive in your life, but that situation is sucking the life out of you. I know somebody on this live right now is feeling that. And you keep losing yourself. You keep losing yourself, staying in that one-sided situation. When I say relationship, it's not an intimate relationship. It's not just a friendship. Maybe it's a business partnership. Maybe it's a job that you're in. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Only you know. But some of us, we're keeping things in our life that are making us not feel alive. You know, maybe for you, it's settling for less. That mindset needs to be dead in your life. Because for so long, you've been settling for less than your worth, and you started to believe that that's your worth. You started to allow people to make you believe that you deserve what you're choosing to settle for. So my question I'm asking you and your soul tonight is, what are you choosing to keep alive that no longer needs to live in your life? Maybe it's excuses for you. Maybe it's those excuses that you've been giving yourself that's been holding your life back. That's keeping you from living the life that God truly intended for you to live. You know, the truth of the matter is 90% of people in this world are not living the life that God intended for them to live. But they're living the life that pain has forced them to live, that opinions has forced them to live. No more for you. It's time for those excuses to die in your life. Those excuses can no longer live there. And isn't it ironic that we'll have things in our physical life that we know aren't good for us, and we'll get rid of those things? Whether it's expired food in the refrigerator, we get rid of that food because it's expired. Whether it's something that's spoiled and went rotten, we don't no longer keep those things, we throw them away. There are some things in your life that have expired. And only you know what those things are. There's some things in your life that are stinking up your life because they're spoiled. And you're choosing to hold on to the potential. You're choosing to hold on to the past. You're afraid to let someone down. I just want you to feel in that moment, in this moment right now. Just feel your life without that thing or things that are draining your life. I want you to feel that weight lifted. You feel how light that is? I told myself this the other day, and I want to tell you. Just as well as people or things, this world can choose to give us stuff. They can choose to give us their opinion on our life. They can choose to give us less. They can choose to give us pain. They can choose to give us depression. This life can choose to give us sadness. Just as well as external things can choose to give us, we also can freaking choose not to accept it. And some of us on this live right now, we've been accepting things for far too long. We've been accepting less for far too long. We've been accepting one-sided relationships for far too long. We've been accepting apologies without changed behavior for far too long. We've been accepting excuses from others as well as ourselves for far too long. We've been accepting promises with no actions, with no credibility for far too long. We've been accepting depression for far too long. We've been accepting circumstances for far too long. And I just hope in this moment that you stop accepting it. I just realized if you're coming over from Facebook kicked me off for whatever reason. So Instagram, here we are. Indecision is still a decision. Being indecisive will lead to suffering. And there's some decisions that I need to make. And as I turn 37 tomorrow, there's some things that will die in my life, that will die tonight before I get out this gratitude meditation that I'm not bringing with me anymore, that I'm gonna bury. It served its purpose, but that purpose no longer serves me. And I just ask y'all tonight that you take that journey with me. And while I know that journey isn't easy, while I know that journey is hard, there are some things that can no longer afford to go with you on your journey if you want to experience the peace that you deserve, if you want to experience the freedom that you deserve. And you might hurt some feelings along the way. You might make people angry. Some people might not understand what you're doing. Some people might call you crazy. Some people might call you a quitter. Some people might say you gave up. But those people aren't the ones living your life. Those people aren't the ones that are experiencing your pain. Those people aren't the ones that have to deal with the repercussions of indecision. You do. So when September 21st hits, let's no longer keep things in our life that aren't giving us life. That are robbing our happiness, stealing our peace, stealing our sanity. You don't have to choose to deal with it. You don't have to choose to accept it. You don't have to choose to no longer hold on to it. Because again, it's your life. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on my Facebook, if they don't kick me off like they did tonight, I'll be doing a session called The Funeral. And it won't be a meditation. It will be me going in like y'all know that I do. And I'll be talking about a lot of things for about an hour. So I know some of your Instagram don't do Facebook, but I encourage you to do Facebook tomorrow night. Make sure you're a part of my text community so you'll know. Set that reminder. But it's a message that the world needs to hear. It's a message that the world needs to hear, and I know you need to hear. Because if you want your tomorrows to look different, you got to make a decision today. Or else you're going to get to the end of your freaking life with regret and realize you live a life for people that really don't care about you. They really don't got you like they say. And this is just bonus. There's a lot of people that will say all the right things, that will even do all the right things, but they won't do the right thing. It's a lot of people that will do everything to gain your trust, everything to make you think that they're good, so they can stay in your life and infiltrate your life. But if you pay attention, energy doesn't lie. If you pay attention, actions don't lie. So ask yourself that question in your life. Are they doing the right thing? Because there's a lot of people who will paint a picture to the world that they're this and they're that, just so when you make a decision to dead that situation in your life, you look like the bad person. Because they did all the right things to the public eye, but they didn't do the right thing that they said they would do for you. That's called manipulation 101. And I know a lot of y'all deal with that. A lot of you are afraid to make decisions because you're going to look like the bad person. But I want to tell you, God got you. I've experienced this over and over in my life. I've done so much for people that have never done a thing back for me, and I don't do it for that. I've had people paint a picture to the world of me that I wouldn't say a bad person, but because I didn't do what they wanted me to do. And there'll be a lot of that in your life. And so I ask that if you have a person or people like that in your life, you dead those situations, because that's not real friendship. Because a real friend, a real partner, someone who truly cares about you, it shows. And some of us, we're not feeling alive because we don't have people around us that give us life, but they take life from us. So as you close your eyes tonight, I pray that you ask yourself that question: who is giving me life? If all I had to offer was friendship, who would still be around? If there was no benefits attached to my life, would they still be there? And if they're not solid, if they truly don't care for you, you'll see. When those benefits leave, so will they. When those benefits leave, so will their loyalty. And some people will try to drag your name through the mud to make their reputation look clean. And from the outside eye, it's believable because they did all the right things, knowing that the day that you got fed up will come to protect their own image. So I tell you tonight, if you're in a situation where you feel like, man, I don't want to make this decision because of that, make the decision, let go. And do not be a prisoner to anything in this world, and set yourself free. Because when you're a child of God, when your heart is truly pure, you will always shine through, my friend. When your heart is truly pure, when you truly do good deeds just to do them and not do them for expectations, not do them to look good to the public eye, I promise you, God will continue to shine the light that he put inside your heart. Thank you. I just felt some relief, man. And maybe it's the energy. I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling it through this phone, but let me know if you felt some relief if this message talked to you tonight. I'm just following my heart like always. And I just know that there's someone, man, out there that needed to hear this message tonight. It's in a situation where they feel like there's no exit. Right? Because maybe you're afraid to break hearts, afraid to hurt feelings, afraid to deal with the repercussions that come with it. Do not be a prisoner and set yourself free. If you know in your heart that you did everything you possibly could and you came from a pure place, there's nothing to worry about, my friend, because God's got you. I've been in that situation many times in my journey, in my decade of doing what I do. And every time I felt the fear to make the decision, I made the decision. There was a lot that came with the decision, but God allowed me to overcome. And so will you. I appreciate the birthday wishes. Tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day. And I pray you have the courage and strength to have those hard conversations that you need to have. But getting walked over and used cannot be an option no more for your life. Period. Period. If that situation isn't reciprocated, then that situation needs to be annihilated straight up. It's time for you to dead some things for good. Bury it, put it away, move on from it, and watch more life come to your life by just making that decision. Give yourself permission to let go. Give yourself permission to say not anymore. Give yourself permission to no longer tolerate disrespect, to no longer be used. To no longer be manipulated. There's a lot of people that do all the right things except the right thing. There's a lot of people in the world that don't do all the right things, but they still will do the right thing. I don't know if that went over y'all's head, but that is a message that I hope lives on forever. There's a lot of people that will do all the right things except the right thing. And there's some people that won't do all the right things, but they will do the right thing. The thing that matters, the thing that counts. And none of us are perfect human beings. We all make mistakes. We all go through our situations. We all do things that we wish we wouldn't have done, that we wish we can take back. But true colors will always shine through. True colors will always get revealed. There are some things in your life that you need to dead. And if you're with me, let's get it. 37, it's gonna look a lot different than 36. Depression is dead in my life. Went through the hardest year of my life. The hardest time of my life, but that's dead to me now. And I've given myself new life by choice, by deciding to say, you know what? That chapter is done. That chapter is closed. It's done. It had purpose in it, but it no longer serves purpose for me. And I refuse to reread the same chapters that don't do nothing for my life. Some of us, we stuck on the same page, some of us, we stuck on the same chapter, waiting for other people to get on the same page as us. And I'm gonna leave after this one. Some of us, listen to me closely. I need to get back in my protect your peace mode because I'm getting fired up right now. I'm gonna say this for tomorrow. But some of us are stuck on a certain chapter in our life, and we've been stuck. But we're stuck on a certain chapter in our life because we're waiting for other people, whatever that other is, to get on the same page as us. And that, my friend, is a perfect recipe on how you don't finish your life story. I've known people that's been stuck on the same chapter for the last 10 years, for the last 5 years, for the last 20 years, for the last year, because they're waiting on somebody to get on the same page as them, whether somebody believing in them, whether it's somebody changing for them, but whether it's whatever it may be, and they sit there and they stay stuck in the same place. And the thing about being stuck, life doesn't, and time doesn't get stuck with you. It moves on. It moves on. The opportunities don't get stuck with you. It moves on. Those things that are meant for your life, they move on while you stay stuck. And my hope and my prayer and my ask of you tonight is that you release yourself and you stop being stuck. Because I don't want you to get to the end of your life or years down the road and you realize, like, man, I kept my life on pause. I kept my life on pause for somebody or something that wouldn't believe in me, do the right thing for me, see the greatness in me. No more. No more. Amen. You know, I do this every year. I spend time reflecting on my last year, and this one has been a tough one, man. A lot of tears have been shed tonight. A lot of tears will be shed tonight. But I can feel the spirit of my mother saying, Trent, she don't cuss. She would say, stop accepting that. If you ask in your prayers, I believe that God reveals so many things to us. And there's been so many connections in my life over this past year, just the revealing. And I feel like God is asking, like, what else do you want to see? And some of us, we've been there. We keep asking God for signs when he's revealed so much to us. When we know common sense, that's not right. When we know common sense, something's off about that. But we ignore our common sense and we allow our feelings to keep us in environments that aren't growing our life. You heard me say the statement, facts over feelings, and that's where it came from. I had to remind myself of the facts. I had to remind myself of the principles. And it's that simple. So I know tonight was like a speech / gratitude / meditation, all of that stuff, man. But my hope is that this gave you some calm. This gave you some peace that you can rest peacefully. And I don't come to you from a place on a pedestal. As I prayed, I pray that God increased and I decreased. I don't want the title as a coach. I don't want the title as an expert. I don't want the title as anything like that. I know people give me those titles, but I'm a human being just like you, trying to find my way. I'm a human being just like you, trying to find peace, trying to live my best life, trying to understand what truly matters in my life. I never want those titles. So a lot of people want those titles to position themselves because they have so much insecurity in their life. I don't need it. If you want to call me that, cool, but I don't need it. So please never put me on a pedestal. I'm not at the top of the mountain telling you how to get there. I'm literally walking this mountain with you. There's so many questions I have about life. There's so many things I don't know. So many times I question God even though I shouldn't. So many times that I fail. So many times that I make bad decisions. So many times that I keep myself in situations that I know I'm not being appreciated in or valued. So many times where I preach something, but I don't practice it fully, not because it's not my intention, but because I'm a human being. But one thing for sure about me is that I don't like making the same mistake twice. And I learn from it, I grow from it, and I own it. So I ask that you do the same. I ask that you throw away this freaking filter life, this perfection life, this I gotta position myself as something so people can believe in me. All of that other stuff, man, that a lot of people teach y'all it's crap. A lot of these influencers are teaching y'all that's crap. That's unrelatable. It's inspiring, but it's not relatable. People need the real you. And if the real you isn't perfect, that's perfect. If the real you is on a path that other people might not agree with, but they don't understand your journey, that's okay. If the real you still struggles at times, still does things that might go against the things that they try to believe in, that they're trying to better, but you're progressing with your life, I'm proud of you. Don't let this world put you in a prison where you isolate your feelings, you isolate your growth because you're so afraid to be judged, you're so afraid to be condemned and criticized. Because those same people that are condemning and criticizing you, they ass ain't perfect neither. Those same people that will be in your comments talking crap about your life, they ass ain't perfect neither. A lot of people hide their struggles well. We all struggle. Some people just hide theirs better. And that's no excuse not to better your life. That's no excuse not to progress your life. But I refuse not to have people be themselves and be vulnerable to be able to grow. And so if you're on my page, this is a safe place for you to grow, a safe place for you to be yourself. Because I don't position myself higher than you. I'm with you. I don't look at you as a fan. I look at you as a family. And I really mean that. If you ever met me in person, you know that's true. So all I ask is that you give that to other human beings. Because we need more examples of real and not more examples of untouchable perfection that nobody can live up to. You guys have a beautiful night. I got to get my 8 hours of sleep. And tomorrow is birthday day. So we're going to have fun. We're going to turn up 8 p.m. The funeral is taking place on Facebook. And I know that seems very dark, but y'all get the context of it. There's a lot of stuff that we're deading, that we're going to dead. We're going to go through a list of stuff, and I'm going to teach y'all as best as I can and share with y'all as best as I can. And the energy is going to be at an all-time high, I tell you right now. I just hope I don't wake up my neighbors. I hope I don't wake up people in my house. I don't hope I wake up my family. But my energy is going to be on 100. Thank you guys, man. If you got something from tonight, send me a DM. Let me know your breakthrough. But again, as I wrap this up, let me close out in prayer. Dear God, thank you for bringing us here tonight. You know, some people might not know why they're here, why they chose to see this live. And I just pray that tonight they didn't hear me, but they heard words from me that led them closer to you. I pray that as they listen to the words that came out of my mouth, they felt the power from you to be able to touch their soul. I pray that you break any chain that's holding someone captive to depression, captive to low self-esteem, captive to suffering. I pray you break every chain in their life. I pray you remove anything that's keeping them from being alive. I pray that your will be done in their life. And sometimes your will is not our way, but we know your way is the only way. I pray that you guide our footsteps, that you carry us. We're not able to carry ourselves. And most importantly, I pray, God, that you give us peace that surpasses all understanding. We fall on our face daily to you because we're not worthy. But through your grace, which is sufficient for us, we can live free. We can live in peace. We can live in calm. Lord, let your light shine in their darkness. And let your healing pierce every point of pain in their life. Amen. Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful night.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.